Why does your body jerk when you fall asleep? Have you ever been lying perfectly still, slowly drifting off to sleep, when suddenly, jerk, your leg kicks, your arm jumps, your whole body twitches like someone just pressed an invisible reset button, and for a split second, you're wide awake thinking, what was that? You weren't dreaming about falling. You weren't attacked by a ghost. And no, your bed probably didn't electrocute you. What just happened is called a hypnic jerk. A sudden, involuntary muscle contraction that happens as you're falling asleep. And here's the strange part. Scientists still don't completely agree on why it happens. But the leading explanation is surprisingly connected to something your brain has been doing for millions of years. As you fall asleep, your body doesn't simply switch from awake to asleep like turning off a light. It's more like a complicated machine slowly shutting down one system at a time. Your muscles begin to relax. Your breathing changes. Your heart rate slows. Your brain activity shifts. And your body starts entering the earliest stage of sleep. This transition happens so quickly that sometimes your brain may interpret the sudden relaxation of your muscles in a very unusual way. It may essentially think, wait, are we falling? And before you can consciously react, boom, your muscles contract. Your leg kicks. Your arm moves. And you're suddenly staring at the ceiling wondering what just happened. One popular theory is that hypnic jerks may be a leftover survival reflex. Think about our ancient ancestors. They didn't fall asleep on memory foam mattresses inside temperature-controlled bedrooms. They might have slept in trees, on rocky ground, inside caves, or somewhere else where falling could be a very bad idea. So imagine an ancient human drifting towards sleep while lying on a branch. Their muscles relax. Their body shifts. Their brain suddenly detects the sensation of movement. And wake up! The body reacts. A sudden muscle contraction could have helped an animal, or an early human, correct its position before falling. It sounds plausible. But there's a problem. We don't actually know whether hypnic jerks evolved for this reason. The idea is fascinating, but scientists haven't proven that our ancestors were literally being saved from falling out of trees every time they went to sleep. So the truth is more complicated. Another possibility is that the jerk is simply a side effect of the brain switching between two completely different states. Think of your nervous system like a massive control room. During the day, your brain is constantly sending signals to your muscles. Move. Stand. Walk. Grab. Run. Then bedtime arrives. Your brain begins reducing that activity. Your muscles relax. But the transition isn't perfectly smooth. It's possible that, during this brief period, some neural signals become temporarily misfired or poorly coordinated. The result? One sudden contraction. Usually harmless. Usually brief. And sometimes spectacularly dramatic for absolutely no reason. Your brain. Time to sleep. Your leg. We're falling. And there's another fascinating thing about hypnic jerks. They seem to happen more often when you're stressed, exhausted, or sleep-deprived. So imagine you've had a terrible day. You barely slept last night. You've been drinking coffee all afternoon. You're exhausted. Finally, you lie down and close your eyes. Your brain is desperately trying to shut down, but your nervous system is still running at full speed. And that's when, jerk, your body decides that bedtime is apparently the perfect moment for a surprise performance. Caffeine and other stimulants can also make these jerks more noticeable because they can interfere with your ability to relax and fall asleep. So if your body keeps launching tiny midnight jump scares, your sleep habits might be worth looking at. But here's something important. Hypnic jerks are extremely common. Almost everyone experiences them occasionally. Some people barely notice them. Others get such a powerful jerk that they wake themselves up. And sometimes the sensation can even come with a strange feeling of falling, floating, flashing light, or a brief dream-like experience. Your brain is entering sleep, reality is fading, and your muscles are changing state all at the same time. For a few seconds, the boundary between being awake and being asleep becomes surprisingly blurry. But if your body jerks when you're falling asleep, does that mean something is wrong? Usually, no. An occasional hypnic jerk is generally considered a normal part of falling asleep. But if the movements are happening very frequently, are severe, occur while you're fully awake, or are accompanied by other unusual symptoms, it's worth talking to a medical professional. Because not every type of involuntary movement is a hypnic jerk. And here's the strangest part of the whole story. Every night, when you fall asleep, your brain has to perform an incredible transformation. It gradually disconnects you from the outside world. Your muscles relax. Your awareness fades. Your breathing changes. Your dreams begin. And somewhere in that tiny window between, I'm awake, and I'm asleep, your nervous system can occasionally pull the emergency brake. A tiny twitch. A sudden kick. One last burst of movement before your brain finally lets you go. So the next time you're drifting peacefully into sleep and suddenly, jerk. Don't panic. Your body probably isn't malfunctioning. Your brain may simply have gotten confused for a split second, and decided that falling asleep felt suspiciously like falling. And honestly, after millions of years of evolution, your brain is still apparently checking to make sure you haven't fallen off the bed.